I'm very, very excited about our next guest because we have a lot to get into, what's going on next week in Philadelphia, but also a great foundation that
Yes.
we're going to dive in as well. And we bring in the one and only Teil Rhodes. Teil, thank you so much for the time. And I know this
Hi.
is a busy time, but welcome to Busted Open. It's great to have you on.
Thanks for having me back. I'm excited to talk to you guys.
Now, Teil, you probably know this, and maybe you don't. I'm an Uber Cody Rhodes fan.
Number one
Uh,
Cody crybaby.
The Rock went off on me because of my pink robe.
Yes.
Because to rewind just a little bit, I was a little disheveled. I was a little upset after The Rock just felt he could walk in, take the main event spot away from Cody, who's been fighting for 2 years, a story that every single fan of the WWE universe was into. And he thought, as an egomaniac, he could just walk in, save the WWE when it didn't need saving. So I was a little disheveled. My hair was a mess. I hadn't showered all weekend. I was wearing my wife's bathrobe, and he chose to use that video to go off on me. But I know, Teal, that you know that it was us, and I mean collectively, the Cody
That's right.
Crybabies, that changed the landscape of what we're going to see at WrestleMania 40, night number 2.
That's right. We're back in the main event because of pro wrestling fans. People will really probably never know what really went down, but the fans had a read on it and they said, you know what, we want our guy back. And they did it. This is all because of pro wrestling fans that we have the main event in 1 week.
So I want to kind of rewind a little bit more. What were your feelings and thoughts after the loss in LA at WrestleMania 39?
It was a long bus ride back from SoFi to the hotel, full of family in the old Sprinter van. It was a lonely LA ride back, but everybody was pretty bummed. It was definitely a low energy. Nothing surprised me. I wasn't shocked by the finish of the match, but I definitely was. You hate to see so many fans disappointed too.
And they definitely were. All right, so now here we are. You go through that. Because I worked with the NFL, and I've seen a lot of players where they have gone to the Super Bowl and lost.
Yeah, the sad shot of them at the end, that was us.
But then they get back in that position again, and they're almost like, I don't know if I want to go through this again. After going through all that heartbreak, I don't know if I want to put myself, my family, and my friends back through that again if we lose again. Like, what are your thoughts now as we're just days away from WrestleMania?
I mean, we don't feel like that. We're ready to go. So we're definitely looking forward to a great weekend in Philly and hoping it goes our way.
Okay. I have a question about your the foundation. I'm gonna switch a little bit, and then we're gonna go back to Cody. I know that Dusty is gonna be doing a signing, and he said that the money's gonna go for the foundation. Can you talk about a little bit more about why did you guys decide to put a foundation, and why is it important for everybody to come and be part of this wonderful thing that you guys are doing this weekend?
Yes, thank you, Rosa. So we'll be at WrestleCon both Friday and Saturday. Dustin is signing for us for the first time for the foundation. And every time we do one of these, we try to pick a local charity. And this year we're giving all of the money, all of the profits from that weekend from both Dustin and Ricky, who's signing on Saturday, Ricky Starks, to Beat the Streets Philly, which is a after-school amateur wrestling program for some of the most at-risk kids in Philadelphia. So we're super excited about that. We're gonna have raffles both days, photo ops. Mama Rhodes will be there. We're selling, you said I was wearing our merch. We've got merch for her too. So, but anything that we make, we give away.
Wonderful. And who decided to create this organization? Like, what was the thought or the idea behind it?
Yeah, so my mom and I and my siblings, after he passed, we were trying to find what was the best way we could honor him that, had maybe less to do with pro wrestling and more to do with who he was as a person. And youth sports was something really close to Dream's heart. And that's something he did privately for years. A lot of people don't know is that he would pay for kids to play sports, you know, whether it was rec ball or for their equipment, shoes, bats. He would just kind of do that on the low. And we thought, what a great way to honor him and to kind of keep his memory alive.
And again, all information, DustyRhodesFoundation.org. Also follow on all social media platforms at Dusty Rhodes Foundation. Again, if you're going to be in Philadelphia, and I know a lot of our nation will be, definitely try to come to WrestleCon. I want to personally invite you, Teil. I know you're going to be busy, so I don't know if you'll be able to make it, but we're having a party on Saturday afternoon at the ECW Arena in South Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
We are making pink robes available to everybody in attendance. Wow. So obviously I would like to extend an invitation if you have the time to come out to the ECW Arena on Saturday afternoon.
That's very gracious. That sounds like it'll be a fun time. You know, have you ever heard that you're never supposed to trust a man in a bathrobe?
Oh.
well, Teil, this is my wife's bathrobe.
Okay, that's different.
That makes it worse.
And you know what?
Untrustable.
Fully clothed, leave it open. It's really more about what it represents than anything else, and that is that
get away with it. Yes. And
the fact that The Rock could not win. You know, The Rock thought he was just going to walk in, and he has to take the loss. He takes the L. And Teil, really quick, and I know Thunder, you have a question, but really quick, Teil, like Cody always talks about the story. Now, part of the story I know is about your dad, about Dusty, and about the fact that he was never able to capture that WWE championship.
That title,
but for me, that is definitely part of the story. But another part of the story, and I think a bigger part of the story, revolves around your brother and revolves around Cody. And the fact that, he wasn't really given the opportunity his first go around. The fact that the company didn't believe in him. Even after your dad's passing, they still kept that same gimmick on him when a lot of fans wanted to see that other side of Cody. He bet on himself. He left, became a bigger name, started a whole new company that's that's all from Cody, and then comes back home and has been able to have all this success. But really, to me, the story is, and this really is, everybody can relate to this, where, hey, you don't have to take it. You can bet on yourself, bet on yourself, believe in yourself, and good things will happen. To me, that's really what the story is about with your brother, Cody.
Yeah, it's hard. Looking back now, you can say, he did all this stuff. He improved the wrestling economy for so many wrestlers. Everybody's making more money. That's all great. But from A to B took a lot of hard work. And I think sometimes Cody gets, maybe not that credit. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot of working hard, during the obviously AEW days, during the pandemic, just to keep wrestling on TV, then him coming back. And I just think this run is special because they're not Dusty fans and they're not Dustin fans. They're Cody fans. They're young fans that are getting into wrestling for the first time and seeing something special in Cody. And that's what makes this so different and so special for Cody, because there's a lot of Rhodes fans, people that grew up watching my family, and we love and appreciate that. But these are Cody fans, and I just think that's really cool.
That's a great point, by the way.
Oh.
Sorry, we kind of slip over that a lot. Cody, I know we work together, but it's different. Fans on the outside looking in, they're like, oh yeah, Dusty, the family, that's kind of cool that he's the legacy going. You making a great point. Young kids who do not know about any of the legacy, anything in the background, are like, I see them at every convention with the belt on and the hair and everything. I go, man, these are legitimate Cody fans, and that is a huge, monumental thing to be able to do in this business when it doesn't happen very often.
New fans. I mean, a lot of lapsed fans came back too, during, when he left, and have followed him. And, that's important too. But I just think it's, we grew up WCW kids, seeing the little stingers. I think it's cool to see all the little Nightmare kids in their cosplay and their bleach hair. Like you said, that's, wrestling is this thing that keeps going and keeps growing. And it's a new chapter for us as a family that is because of Cody.
I'm curious to hear from you. Did you get to talk to your mother after Monday, after, you know, The Rock was really explicitly talking about Mama Rhodes and like loving the blood? How did she feel about being part of the story in this?
Shelly is a old school wrestler's wife. So she gets it, but she doesn't love it. You know what I mean? She's up on Tuesday morning and her phone is just blowing up with all these like people, you know, she hasn't heard from in, 25 years. You know, The Rock's talking about you on TV, and she's mad. She said she was going to bring her bear spray to Mania.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's going to come prepared, I think.
You know, Teal, like I am a jeans and t-shirt type of guy. I was a bank manager at one time, and I swore when I left that job, you're not going to see. Yeah, no more suits. I don't do the suits. I'm a Rock t-shirt, Cody t-shirt wearing jeans guy. That's what I am. Now, Teal, your brother, completely different. You know, he likes to look good. He likes to wear the suit. A lot of people say, I can't relate to that, but I relate to it in the fact that that's who he is. That's how he's comfortable. That's the way he wants to present himself. Talk about a little bit about, hey, there's nothing wrong with being that guy and wanting to look that way.
I think one of the early pieces of advice we both got when we got into, we were trying to break into showbiz was you should dress for, you should have a sense of occasion when you dress. And part of that is also, I think, just an old school thing. You'd rather be overdressed than underdressed. But people being weird about the suit and like, he's a politician or whatever. I think, fashion is different for everybody. I think that that's just how he does feel most comfortable. But a big part of it goes back to Eddie Graham and my dad. Eddie felt like if you were the champ, if you wanted to be the champ, then that's how you should present yourself at all times. Like in the
dress for the job you want, not the one you have.
Right.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely.
That's right.
Teal, once again, I want to thank you for the time. I'll be out there in Philadelphia cheering on Cody. I have a feeling that we're going to see a new undisputed WWE Universal Champion.
I hope so.
And really quick, please, once again, throw out all the information about what you're doing out in Philadelphia and about the Dusty Rhodes Foundation.
Okay, so Cody will be at WrestleMania World on Thursday. Friday, Dustin is signing for the foundation at WrestleCon from 10 to 2, but he's willing to stay later, which is great. And then Saturday from 9 to 1, we have Ricky Starks, who we always appreciate. He signed for us before. He has great interactions with the fans. All of the proceeds are going to Beat the Streets Philly. And you can get more information about how to donate to the Dusty Foundation at dustyrhodes.org. And my mom's t-shirt drops on PWTs today, and all the proceeds go to the foundation from that as well.
Awesome. Now that I know that, I'm going to Pro Wrestling Tees and I'm buying that shirt immediately after Busted Open is over. And
awesome.
Teal, thank you for being a friend to Busted Open. Thank you for all the support. And
thank you guys.
You have our support. You have our support coming up next weekend in Philadelphia.
I don't know if we have Nick's support. I heard some things. I watched the show. So
most of my negative comments are towards Dave's take on the Cody story, not so much as the Cody story. But bitter resentment. I wish it was me. It should have been me. Yeah, blah blah blah. But, this Cody story is fun too. This little story is fun.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. Well, thank you guys again for having me and for letting me talk about the Dusty Foundation. We really appreciate it.
And you have an open door policy. Anytime you have anything to promote, anything you want to talk about, you're always welcome to come on the show, Teal.
Thank you. I had my note saying I shouldn't say anything too mean about Dwayne, and I didn't. You guys, Bully wasn't on to push me in a corner today, so I came out unscathed.
You know what, Teal? That's my job. I have no problem saying anything negative towards TKO board member Dwayne
Oh
Johnson.
my God.
I had some notes. I want to go to the after party. So, I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
I understand, Teal. Thank you. Thank you for being respectful. Thank you for all you do. And we'll be partying in Philadelphia when Cody Rhodes is your new undisputed WWE Universal Champion.